Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Kingdom mod Let's Play for Mount & Blade Warband. So, we're fighting against one of the Nordic lords here, or one of the Jarls, I guess I should say. And, oh, he's got some Swadian knights with him. So, yeah, we are going to try to take the fight to the Nords today. My goal is to at least take one of their castles and or towns, if not multiple. But first we need to deal with this lord who was attacking, or trying to attack some of our villages, as well as maybe going after one of our lesser defended towns like Suno or Praven. Let's get a little bit more appropriate weapon out here. And yeah, we should be able to deal with him pretty quickly. And then we'll move on. Would you just die already? Thank you. Then we will move on and probably get right to attacking them, unless of course there is... Oh, did I just lose a sergeant? Unless of course there's something else that we need to kind of stop off to do. Oh, he's down there. But I don't see us really needing to do anything else, so I'd like to get to that again as soon as possible, really. Let's have everybody charge. And doing this little intro spiel while I'm trying to fight has not been very effective for us, but there we go, we won anyways. And I only lost the one sergeant, so it looks like there are quite a few wounded. 4 left, really. I'm going to wipe this guy out real quick. You guys don't need to see me fight 4 men, so I'll come back when this is done. Okay, so there we go, no casualties. And Tredian managed to escape, so he won't be a threat to us, at least for a little while. I actually need to release some prisoners. So, let's see. One of you regular footmen can go. And let's upgrade 3 of you. And I think that's about it. I need to grab some troops as we travel along here. Do I have room for loot? No, I don't. But the goal is to get from just south of Suno over to Dhirim, or thereabouts anyways. And I think we're going to set our sights on Dhirim first, because that is pretty vulnerable right now. We've seen the garrison there, and it's basically nothing. And if we have time after that, that is, you know, if none of my towns come under siege first, we will try to grab one of these castles here. Probably starting with that one and working our way north. I think trying to keep ourselves, you know, fairly uniform in our conquest makes the most sense. But we'll see what we can do. We do have some more upgrades to be had, though, so let's get another sergeant right there and another hammerman there. Some longbows, some footmen, and you guys just stay caravan guards. That works for me. Alright, so I'm going to head out now, and I will do my best to kind of travel along a route that will allow me to recruit a bit as I go. Alright, so along the way I ran into Jarl Aliger, who looks like he is probably from a different faction originally, but he has quite a few prisoners with him, and he is attacking my villagers. So this is not only a good opportunity to keep him from raiding our territory, but also to do a little bit of free recruiting in the process. So let's introduce ourselves. I'm not going to be too kind here, because we can tell already, based on our relation, that he is not honorable. So we really have no business with him other than to fight. Alright, so 123 against 37. This should be pretty straightforward. Alright, so here the enemy comes. They are entirely mounted, because it looks like he is... Oh, what the hell is that? It looks like he is formerly of the Kyrgyz Khanate, which makes sense. And so... did I get the horse? I must have gotten the horse. Yeah, he's got no foot troops, so we want to basically bog them down if we can. Prevent them from, you know, running amok, and let our infantry kind of surround them and keep them from fleeing if we can help it. I'm not seeing too many of them. There's one. I swung way late there. Let's try to get out of this little spot here and go after them. What the hell is going on with that guy? I'm gonna kill him just so that stops happening. It'll be hard to lose him, because I can just kind of follow this guy. Here we go. Oh, he blocked it. There goes his shield, at least. Looks like somebody else got him. What the hell is that? Whatever. Let's see. The issue we're having, I think, is that they're a bit faster than us. So my knights can't quite keep pace, but you know, they're not very good at pathfinding, so it seems like we're able to catch them anyways, solely because they kind of just make stupid decisions and run into us. How are we doing? Looks like they're pretty close to running out of troops here. I don't think they've got too many left. There's another Lancer down, and that appears to have been the last one. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and leave. We lost a Longwoman in the chaos there, but, you know, not a big deal. One left. I am going to order my troops to attack without me, even though I always regret doing it. And, yeah, I lost the Caravan Guard and the Knight. Well, it was a wound, so I guess it's not that bad. And the Caravan Guards are just kind of there to speed up my party, so it could have been worse. And we rescued quite a few troops here, including a bunch of Forest Bandits, some Vaegier Sharpshooters. So let's see. It looks like most of these guys are Vaegiers. I don't really want Vaegier's troops, so I'll take the Forest Bandits, who make pretty good garrison units. They're very, very cheap to keep around, and as archers go, they're pretty solid. And then I'm kind of tempted to just grab some robbers or something. But I guess I could take the guard and some sharpshooters. I'll just take the robbers. Just some generic troops to throw in whatever garrison I happen to be running past at the moment. And let's see, you footmen can go. You huntsmen can go. And I'm going to take the lancers and one of the veteran horse archers. In fact, I'll make room for another horse archer, because those guys are almost certainly going to sell for more than a lowly Swadian bowman. Okay. So there we go. I've got a little bit more room for loot, so we'll grab that, and off we go. Alright, so we've made it to Dhirim, and a few of our lords have caught up with us. You may recall at the beginning of last episode, we made this sort of same attempt, and called up the campaign. We got a few people to join us in the siege. Not that we really need the help, mind you. It's just kind of nice to have extra men to throw at the walls in case things get difficult. But before we were able to actually begin the siege, Suno came under attack and we had to ride to its defense. This time around, I'm hoping we have a little bit better luck, or at least we're able to get to our siege quicker. That way, if we need to ride in defense of anything else, at least we'll be able to knock this out first. So let's get to it. Let's see, who's joining me first of all? Despin, Tribidin, Talbar, and Rafard. Okay, and these guys aren't doing particularly well in terms of their party sizes right now. And you guys have made a great point in the comments that a lot of them don't have the money to upkeep their armies because they don't have any fiefs right now. And that's something I'm working on. I would love to be able to hand out some land, but because I'm the only one really fighting this war, I haven't really had a chance to do though. And so my hope is that between this episode and the next one, I will have a chance to kind of sit down and map out who and where I want to give to who. And that way the next episode, either I can come in with that already done and just kind of recap what I did for you guys, or we can do it together on camera and you can see who gets what. But either way, I'd like to have most of the thought for that done, and we can just either do it or I can recap it then. But it's something I do want to knock out very, very soon, because it is affecting us and our ability to fight this war. But first, I want to take Dhirim, and then, since we're sort of close to Veluca at this point, although you could argue we kind of just rode by there, I think this will be an opportune time to do it. So let's go ahead and start our siege. Alright, so right before we were able to start, the weekly budget came in, and we're making pretty good money here. So let's see, in total, almost 20,000. It looks like 19,700, if I'm reading that right. And most of it, again, is coming from the capital, which is fantastic. Veluca is cranking out the gold for us. Almost 12,000 from tariffs alone, and another over 2,000 from, well, actually that's from my tannery, which I guess doesn't really factor in, but we're making money off Veluca. Pretty good, I guess you could say. And I think everything else is held pretty consistently. The other two towns are giving me over 6,000 in tariffs, which is roughly what they were doing before, and 1,600 in rents, which again I think is pretty much the same. So yeah, we're holding pretty consistent here. And we could end up making more money if I decide to hand these over to myself, which in the case of Praven I might do, but I don't know that I'm going to give myself Suno. We'll see. Dhirim, I again would like to give to Count Clace, but that's contingent on him joining us, which he's obviously been reluctant to do thus far. Alright, so here we go. We're waiting for the tower to get pushed on up. In the meantime, let's get our archers back here. I think they'll have better line of sight from there. And we'll leave our infantry, you know, sort of in this area where they have some protection. And hopefully the enemy will focus on them and not on the archers, but we'll see. We've already lost, I think, 2 troops to their archers. We're fighting Nords, so their archers shouldn't be that deadly, but any archer is deadly if they can keep you at a distance like this, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to go ahead and head on over to our siege tower with my hammer at the ready and get ready to basically assault the breach there as soon as this thing goes down. Man, come on. Somebody else get up there. Keep pushing this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Taking way too many casualties already. This is why I wanted people to join me. I didn't want my entire party to get decimated in doing this. Archers. The Rodok veteran crossmen are getting some kills for me. That's nice. Meanwhile, I think a lot of their lower tier... By they, I mean my lords that joined me. Some of their lower tier Rodok's troops have been killed. I don't know that really any of my stuff has been killed yet. Because, in theory, I'm mostly just deploying knights right now. Knights and named characters, because obviously not a ton of my troops made it onto the battlefield. But we'll see. We'll see when we check the Butcher's Bill at the end. Here we go. Let's get in here. And I'm probably going to get turned into a pincushion immediately here. But if I can distract them shooting my men a little bit, that's fine, I suppose. Probably for the best. Your weapons don't appear to be doing a whole lot of damage to me, do they? This is the best armor in the game after all. But you could call it a little bit cheap. It's not like ridiculously overpowered, but it is slightly better than the plate armor that my knights are wearing. So yeah, it's really good. I wouldn't call it like cheap, but you might. Anyways, let's continue hacking our way through the hammer. I don't think they're like low tier weapons can even hurt me. Yeah, doing like 0 damage, 1 damage. I might have to lower the armor rating on this just a bit to make it a little bit more fair. There we go, now they're hurting me. I think because he's actually got a decent armor right there. We're fighting somebody in real armor with a real weapon for once. All these peasants with their like little hand axes and stuff just aren't able to really cut it. Come on, get him. There we go. I'll smack you. You're facing the wrong way, so I'll take you out. Let's get rid of these archers. And then as soon as we've claimed the walls, I'm going to send my archers in here to hold them. And I'll go after these guys, I think, to sort of secure this side. Oh, we got a straggler there. Down you go. But yeah, I'm going to mop these guys up because I don't think we're going to be seeing any more enemies coming from this side. So if I can take them down, I won't really need to worry about this flank at all anymore. And we can just focus on pushing in the other direction. Come on, die already. There we go. Well, they don't die when I hit them with this. They just get knocked out. But there we have it. So let's see. Archers, if you guys would do me a favor, I think you'd be better off down here and firing up into the sides of the enemy. Who are you swinging at, buddy? Looks like he was taking a shot at his Emperor there. Alright, so we've got a mosh pit happening here, trying to maneuver the archers into a position where they can fire up into the enemy. But they don't seem to be listening very well. No, they want to attack. Okay, go down there. That seems to have worked a little bit better. We're taking a lot of casualties, though. That's a bit concerning. I'm going to grab my lance here and attempt to swap it for something I can use at range. Whether it be like a throwing axe or something. Alright, archers move up a bit more. But yeah, if I can find a throwing weapon, that'd be fantastic. I don't see any, though. Most of this is just melee stuff that got dropped. Alright, archers, push up. Oh no! Push up just a little bit more. And that should put you in a pretty good position to fire on them at this point. Right about there is good. Alright, so we've got some archers down here, interestingly enough. I think there's actually an access point to the enemy through here, if I remember this map correctly. So, I think we'll probably press through it. I'll be careful not to draw any of the enemy infantry down here, because obviously I don't really have the ability to defend this very well. Oh, there we go. And that's it, because those are my men. So, cool. There's our victory. Yeah, no casualties for us other than wounded named characters. I think our allies got beat up pretty badly there. Yeah, 52 dead with another 25 wounded, but the enemy was wiped out. And looks like Turya managed to escape. Reichsen, however, was captured. You are a pretty good friend of mine, so I will free you in the hopes that eventually you will join me. And let's see, we didn't rescue anybody, but we did capture a few. I'm still too full of prisoners to take on anymore, unfortunately, so... you know what, these Nord archers can go. Release all 5 of them, because the Kyrgyz lancers are going to be worth more, I would assume. And then... let's see... the veteran horse archers, I would also assume, are probably worth more. So yeah, let's grab as many of those as we can take. And I'll let you go in favor of another one of them. And that's probably where I will leave that. Okay, looking good. I did make some room in my inventory, so let's grab up whatever we can take, which it looks like will be all of it. Oh, one tattered army cap that it really isn't going to hurt us too much by leaving behind. And we'll, of course, defer appointment here to get the free little token garrison that gives us. I also don't know who I'm going to give it to yet. Again, Clace being the ideal choice, but until he joins our faction, I can't give him anything. This does give us a good look at what our lords currently hold, though. And you can see there's a lot of them with absolutely nothing. And a few of them with just villages. And if they are honorable characters, or at least martial characters, I'd like to give them maybe a castle and a village. But anyways, we'll defer appointment. And we've been in and out of this castle plenty of times. I don't think we need to really take a look at it. We will, however, drop into the marketplace so that we can unload some of our loot that we've picked up. So let's go ahead and do that. All of that can go. Looks like we're getting a bit low on food, so I'll need to snag some food while I'm here. Stubborn steppe horse, sure, why not? I'll keep that. Only 700 in total. I guess, I mean, we're not really desperate for the money, so whatever. I'm not that concerned about it. Only bread and grain here. I guess I'll take it. Alright, let's peek in the tavern. We'll see if there's a ransom broker. There's a belligerent drunk. Let's remind him that we're the emperor and he can go take a hike, unless he wants to die. I'm going to head upstairs and make sure that there's no ransom broker here. It would appear not. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Alright. So we've got 38 in the garrison, and we can add to that a bit. I'm going to give them all of the forest bandits and robbers that we picked up as prisoners. I've also got some more troops ready to be promoted, so let's do that. And that went pretty smoothly. My allies did get hit pretty bad there, but my party was completely untouched. Let's see, we've got farmers over there running. We've got another Jarl with a pretty large force coming in here to, it looks like, try to counterattack us. I think we'll be fine as long as we stay together. And once we defeat him, we may be out of time, but if we're not, we'll go look at Sinuzda Castle there. But we'll deal with this first. Yeah, that's what I thought. We'll catch him, though. He's not very fast. And we are pretty damn fast. So there we go. Hopefully it's not going to make me fight on that village map because any choke points are going to be to his advantage. So let's introduce ourselves. We've yet to meet him. No relation means he is not honorable. Which I guess means, you know what, let's see. Yeah, I don't think he's honorable. Pretty sure. We would have some relation with him and he would not say this. He would say something to the effect that he likes to keep his affairs out in the open because he's not a dishonest person. But he's like, I don't trust you enough to be dishonorable with you yet. So let's just fight him. Okay, so we've gotten sort of set up here. I've got my archers in the front, skirmishing with them. Infantry are hanging back right behind, so if they decide to attack us, I'll just charge the infantry past. And then the cavalry are set up over there in the hopes of flanking the enemy. I think I'm going to try to take out the lord over there, who happens to be their only mounted troop. If I'm able to do that, that's going to significantly hamper their mobility. Oh, look at William going there. So he's running. The infantry looks like it's charging, so my infantry is going to charge. And then my archers are going to come attack their archer. Or excuse me, my cavalry is going to attack their cavalry, is what I meant to say there. I'm going to ignore these guys and apparently completely whiff on that attack. Cavalry, meanwhile, I'll give you a charge order now. You appear to be stuck, so let's finish you off. And I'll try to help this knight before he gets surrounded and killed. Oh, you're already dead. Infantry, I hope that you charged. We are taking some casualties here again, but I think most of them are allied troops, so they, again, are pretty low quality. I'm only bringing, like, veteran Calradian troops with me, whereas most of my lords are bringing, like, you know, Rhodoks, trained spearmen and crap like that. That isn't very good. So, yeah, I mean, kind of expect them to take losses when it comes down to it. Oh man, they just spawned a bunch of dudes. Looks like a lot of it was archers though, but not as much as I would have liked. And I am missing pretty terribly on a lot of these swings. I should probably get my shit together, or I'm going to lose some men. Already losing some, but I don't think a lot of them, a lot of the casualties that is, are mine. I'll let you guys handle that. Let's try to bail out you. Oh, apparently I missed, and it cost me 2 guys. God damn it. You would cut me off. Okay, there's one. Stab you in the face, and then cut you down. He blocked that. That was pretty good. Oh, nice. Look at you go. Those hammermen are really aggressive. I love it, though. They seem to be a lot better than the sergeants, actually, which is kind of funny, because the sergeants are higher level, better armor. I don't know if you could say that they have better weapons, necessarily, but they have good weapons. Just the hammermen tend to be more, like, offense-oriented, because they have no shields. You can see them just kind of running around with chainmail and a sledgehammer, basically. Whereas the sergeants, I think, are actually carrying... Yeah, they're carrying shields, and they have brigandine armor versus just chainmail. They are carrying hammers, too, but not two-handed ones. But there's our victory. I lost 4 men, which is not that bad. Although, they were all... Like, a knight's kind of hard to replace. Hammermen, not so much. Yeah, other than the knight, that wasn't too bad. So let's see. 53 left. Let's go ahead and charge them again. Alright, so we're all set up again. Got the archers up on the hill here, infantry in front of them. Cavalry are setting up for a nice flanking maneuver. I'm actually going to start moving them in behind. Once they're in position, I will charge both groups. Let's actually send the infantry now, because they're getting pretty close. Cavalry, go ahead and go. You should be able to tear right through their archers and hit the infantry in the back. And then my archers will stay right there and help support. I completely missed everybody right there, but I did catch a Huscarl by accident, and that probably worked out for the best. Because he was certainly more dangerous than whoever I would have killed otherwise. We're still losing a lot of troops, though. These Nords definitely come to play. You can't take that away from them. They are very dangerous when they fight in mobs, and it's really difficult to avoid engaging them like that. You can try spreading them out, But generally, you need to be not attacking a larger force, having them attack you. If they're aggressive, they'll charge and they'll break formation. And that's when you can tear them apart with cavalry. But otherwise, if you're attacking and they're defending, it's really difficult to get them to split up. And that means they're really dangerous because they mob you, and you don't want to get mobbed by Nord infantry. Let's see. That knight's got the right idea. He just hopped off his horse. I don't appear to be able to climb this. Oh god. Last thing I need right here. Alright, and while I was trying to climb myself out of that ravine there, it looks like we've won the battle. No casualties for us, but our allies did lose a few men. And let's see, I'm going to take you prisoner, because again, I have really no desire to recruit you. Lord Fraken, we don't like you. Is he part of my... He's apparently part of my faction, yeah. I think he's one of our earlier lords, but he doesn't like me at all. So I don't really, care about him, whether he's free or not. But I guess it's one more guy fighting for us, right? Let's see. Upgrade there. Some more upgrades here. I'd almost rather keep them hammermen at that point. And I will free a trained footman just to ensure that I don't have too many prisoners. We got some more loot here. None of it particularly great, but still worth a little bit of money. And I think that'll be the end of our episode today. So we were able to take Dhirim finally. I'm going to need to completely dump everything I have into this garrison, because as you guys will know from probably your own experiences, but also from the beginning of this series, Dhirim is a very difficult town to hold. It's pretty much dead center of the map, and that means that everybody at war with you is going to be attacking it pretty much all the time. And that's how it fell from the Swadians in the first place. The Nords will probably try to come after it again. So if I can get the garrison in there to be high enough where the Nords will ignore it, that's going to be great for me. That does mean that they'll put more pressure on, Suno and Praven again, which, is its own set of problems, but that is something we can sort of deal with. Dhirim is a bit out of the way, and I'd prefer not to have to keep riding over there if I can help it. So next time around, or between episodes, I'm going to plan out who's going to get what in terms of fiefs. I'm going to try to hand out as many villages as I can, make sure that everybody's got something. Even though lords that aren't honorable will get villages probably. Again, not castles, because I don't want them to leave and take them with them. But I'll give them at least a village. That way they have some sort of income to help them build their army. The honorable lords will probably get at least a single castle and a single village, if not a castle and multiple villages. And I will do my best to garrison this a bit. Then in the next episode, we're going to set our sights on a few of these castles, unless we are on the defensive, in which case we'll probably be defending this. So thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Kingdom with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.